have a quick look through our mines back here. Starting to dig through them. We are probably going to have to set up a production elsewhere fairly soon. Oh wow. How did I miss that? Let's go and drop this off. But yeah, we are almost certainly going to have to set up some new mines very soon. Avakans, I was not asleep, you scallywag. I was just resting my eyes. No, actually, I as it happens, I popped upstairs to brush my teeth. Because obviously if I'm going like 2-3 hours between tea breaks, my tea runs out in like the first 30 minutes. So I'll quite often have like a glass of juice or soda. Yeah, fuzzy teeth. Ugh, not pleasant. However, I do believe you're going down to the depot. That you are. There we go. And they shall wait. Okay. Right, so what's on the docket then, chat? I'm thinking some basic defenses just around the outer edge of the oil well. Maybe dump a couple more around here. A couple around these locations. Just the most likely places that things are going to attack. Then maybe an extra couple over there. I think that should be enough to cover us for quite some time, actually. So we've got, well, we might not have enough gun turrets here. So how about we pick up some more? Let's take a couple. 50 is probably good enough. Can I pop that down? There we go. Let's get that repaired. Ooh, I wonder. Durability. I guess repair packs would actually, because they increase durability, and it's durability that's used up as they're repairing things, then quality repair packs simply repair more. These are just one of the most things where precautions. Dissolution acronym. Is your keyboard rebelling against you? I can't actually work out what you meant to say. Oh, precautions are worthwhile because the regret is so damn unpleasantly regretful if you don't take care of your teeth. If that's where you were going, yeah, I actually massively agree with that. Massively agree on that one. Oh, rocketry is done. Everyone. Oh, that's right. We wanted to set up bots. First though, I will set up my my defenses. I think that's probably a little bit more important. Jeez, my typing on this tablet is trash. It's okay. It's perfectly. Oh, look at that. So I will pick up a couple of other stuff. Yeah, we're going to set up some heavy defenses. Do I want walls? I sort of do. I sort of don't. 400 will be more than enough. I should set up a place to make radars, though, before I leave. Radars require just electronic parts, gears, and iron plates. Electronic parts, gears, and iron plates. Have I got those? Gears, electronic parts. I would just need the iron plates, which I can bring down from up there. You know what? Sure. We'll do that. Long-handled inserter. Now let's make sure that this is actually going to do what I wanted to do first before I do anything else. There we go. And now I want this to be making me radars. I'm going to forget where this is, by the way, chat. I'm going to rely on you, which is terrifying. But I'm going to have to rely on you to let me know where I built my radars. Because I will forget. Okay, Pro. I learned a long time ago to always triple proofread what I type on mobile. And it still sometimes comes out wrong. I know, right? The problem is the people who are at most risk from like really aggressively bad typos are the ones who are the best typers. And that's why they're at risk. Is because they are so good they can be complacent about it. But you know, that complacency comes from them being generally so good at typing. Right. Let's go ahead. We'll pop a little bit of an extended defense line up here. Just a couple of things just to protect this little outcropping. Nothing too crazy. I'm starting to think... How do we want to do this? Is there any reason to change up what I've been doing? Probably not, if I'm honest with you. Something like this should be more than good enough. I'm going to try and get way better at just using the hotkeys where I can. Do I have radars on this? I don't. Put radars on it. Let's put walls on it, and let's put gates on it. There we go. Yep. And let's go ahead and pop 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. And at this point, we will also pop. It's not much of a wall. Doesn't need to be. The idea here isn't really to prevent them taking out the turrets. It's just to give it a little bit of extra health. Survive. Actually, you know what? I could put the wall all the way around the turrets. Thinking about it. Create a little boxed in area. That should be fine. But it's not really there to keep these things from breaking. It's more there to just give me time to react more than anything. I know spitters will quite happily destroy everything here, but should be okay. Right. Explosive rocketry is done. Steel plate... what? Steel plate productivity. Huh. Not seen that before. Alright. Good luck at... ooh. We could now look to assembling machine 3s. More module slots. Also affect transmission would allow us to put down beacons. I wonder. Can you beacon quality modules? Is that something you can beacon? Oh, no, we don't want that one. That is one that we can't yet do. Oh, that's purple. Yeah, we can't do that. Wait, we can't do this one at all, no. It's purple. My bad. I can do this one. Not really sure I want to, though. I can pop down braking force, lasers, uranium, and a bit more research. That's fine. No, quality can't go in beacon. So I'd beacon with productivity modules then, I guess. Can productivity modules go in beacons? Beacons, sorry? Or is it only speed that goes in beacons? Speed or efficiency? Oh, well. That's fine then. I guess efficiency it is. Alright, oh, that one's already actually got a bit of defenses here, so I probably don't need to worry about this, but I'll pop down an extra one anyway. Let's make them a little bit more... give them a little bit more coverage of each other. That'll do. Good enough. Okay, so... those are the defenses I'm going to need. Actually, while I'm here, I should probably throw a wall up around them. There you go. Running low on ammo now, though, which is kind of a problem. I did want to pop something down here, didn't I? Maybe something there, something here. Have I got enough ammo for that now? Yes, I do. But I'm not going to be able to put a lot. I do have flamethrowers researched. I just don't have them yet. wall. And we'll just drop one over on this side as well. Aavak, what did I miss from 2 a.m.? It's also quite a lot, I would imagine. I mean, we're 7 hours on from there, at least if you're talking about 2 a.m. my time. So, might be a little bit hard for me to give you a concise recap at this point. There we go. What was the last thing you saw? Or remember, at least. For example, we're up to tanks. I've got quality modules. We are working our way towards robots. Wanted to pop something over there, didn't I? Yeah. Let's clean up some of their mines. Quickly running down the remaining mines over here. Okay, that one's done now. This should empty out fairly quickly. There we go. Okay, once all of those are gone, it's going to be entirely down to this this train. At that point, I'm going to really want to start finding new locations a little bit more expanded out. Get a load of resources coming in. Might even upgrade these smelting stacks at that point. Copper's doing okay. Yeah, that's pretty much running full bore. It's just the ammo now that I need. Oh, look at that. We've got 2 of the tier of the rare ones. So that is damage 12.8 instead of 8 plus 6.4, and this is 12.8 plus 10. Very nice indeed. Do I have any more? Nothing in there, sadly. But is it possible that I might have some higher tier ones over here? No. Ultra sadness. Oh well. It is what it is. Yeah, I just realized I'm really out of copper. Whoops, better get my new base started ASAP. Yeah, road train. Don't want to be without that, mate. Right, we'll go throw down some basic defenses. Then we're going to come back and we're going to get bots up and running. And then we will set up a production area to specifically make me things like armor and the likes. Been quite a while since I was here last, to be fair. There we go. Not actually any reason for me to leave these, honestly. Or rather add anything more to it. May as well just throw up a little bit of a wall around them and the job's a good one. Actually, a little bit of something over here would be useful, I feel. Those are burner inserters. For a second there, I was like, why is that not blinking? There we go. All right. Time to make the bots. That'll bring us a step closer to a number of other projects. Also, on the topic of copper, we've got this one over here that's 373k, but got 1.3 million down there, 7 million there. Okay, I don't really worry. I'm not going to worry too much about that one then. Would be nice to find another chunky coal deposit perhaps, but alright then. What are we looking for here? Oh, explosive rockets, of course, yeah. But to get the bots done, all I really need is electronic parts and flying robot frames. Flying robot frames require the electric engines. The electric engines require the lubricants. So I'm going to need some of the chemical plants. That's what I got distracted with before we went off on tea break. Not that we've ended up making any particularly good chemical plants, of course, but oh, never mind. Apparently I lied. That definitely helps. Here we go. High quality machines are very useful in space. Oh, okay. Oh, of course, yeah, because they'd be wildly more efficient. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I wonder if there's a way that I could... No, I'm probably just going to need to set up an area where I just grind down devices that aren't to my standards. So we're going to want to set this up down here near the heavy oil. This one has crafting speed of 1.3. Lubricant, there we go. I somehow doubt I'm going to need more than this. So I'm just going to hook this up like so. There we go. Right, now the lubricant, we're going to need to pipe that way up to the top of the factory. As this is going to, well, yeah, it's going to require engines as well. So we've already got a production of engines, so that's not the worst thing. There you go. Right, let's see what we can do. Maybe we shouldn't be wandering this far out away from the rest of the base, especially considering I just put up defenses. Probably not the wisest thing. Right, you've already got one away. There we go. I worry that sputtering is not a good sign for us. Yeah, that won't work. Okay, there we go. Through the tree line. Let's pull this back a little bit. There we go. And now we just take this further up. Oh, actually, never mind. We're already there. Perfect. Right, so we've got a somewhat of a wealth of engines. Now, the flying robot frame. If I'm building these automatically, I'm probably going to want to construct the bots locally as well. So let's pop this about here. Robot frames. There we go. And it's going to need canopy rotated. Oh, sorry. This should be the engines. My bad. I was looking for the liquid pipe. There we go. And there we go. Next up, green circuits and engines. Engines we can get from down here. In fact, we should be able to get them very easily from down here. Thankfully, that autosave didn't just scupper us, but it was close. It was certainly trying to. Yep. And now all I need is a good source of green circuits. Once again, we are going through this area rather aggressively. Right. Okay. And that is our engines being made. Or rather the electric engines at the very least. Actually, let's pop this over here instead. There you go. In fact, with that, I don't need that one. Alright, nice. Now from here, we want to make the frames. This one requires a bit more gubbins though. We got over there. Where do we make batteries exactly? I think I make the batteries far to the south, unfortunately. Okay. What? What? I can just make space platform foundation? The what and the why now? That seems like something I shouldn't be able to make in my hand, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Oh, wait. Can't put that there. No. I need to move this upwards then. Right, so we want this back to making batteries. Making batteries. Making the frames. Can I get some steel over here? I can. There we are. And if we just bring that one straight up. I pity the fool who wants to try and debug my factory because this is a mess. I mean, it's a functional mess, but it is a mess. Oh. Oh, damn it. Wrong thing. It's this one we want to bring that up to. Alright. That's 3 of the ingredients. The last one is batteries. Should be by far the easiest of them to acquire. Since it's literally connecting up to this line. And there we go. All right then. Let us pop this into a chest. And limit it for now. Well, I guess limit it for now. How do I make the others? Now, for you, it's just electronic parts, really. Is it the same for... Yeah. Sorry, red one's up there. All right. You know what? Since... well, am I going to be using these in any particular way themselves? Let's have a look. Gonna take a while, but right now, no. Well, in that case, then, pop you there, you here. There we go. As I'm going to need... Though I'm literally going to be pulling it straight off the bus, which feels all kinds of shades of wrong. There we are. And this one will be making construction bots. And I simply need to remove the green circuits from there. All right. Now, anything else I want to research? I mean, I could research the bots a little bit more. But I think researching the laser, sure. We'll start that one. All right, so Roboport-wise, I should probably make this something that it's I'm auto-crafting as well. We've got steel, we have got gears. What I don't have over here is red circuits. That is not something I would struggle to get. There we go. We want this to be making robopots. Let's pop down some of that. I wonder what robopots do, actually. They... Robot recharge rate and max consumption. Okay. Fair enough. Let's restrict this, though, to 2 lanes. Alright, so... And... Oops. And there we are. Alright, one last thing to bring over. And we then have roboports on the make as well. I'm actually really pleased with the amount of progress we've made. Let's pop this about there. And up. Alright. Roboport should be on the make. We are finally at the point where we're going to be able to start automating construction, start automating logistics. Dark Delaney said, I went to bed to Aavak and woke up to Aavak. Today has gotten off to a great start. Well, I will confess, I'm probably looking at wrapping up the stream very soon because I've now been streaming for 11 hours. I've been up since very early yesterday and got loads of work. One of the things that I'm going to be doing today, though, I'm not... Well, I probably will still record some part of an episode for my main channel of the RimWorld series, but I won't record the whole thing. Instead, what I'm going to be doing, a big chunk of my day today is going to be encoding out the VODs of the Factorio streams and putting those up on Aavak After Hours. Calvin, how are you doing, mate? Thank you so much for the 33 months. Hey-oh, been way too long since I caught a stream. Hope you're all doing well and being dapper as always. I have a couple of pieces of happy news to share. First piece of happy news, my son was born a few days ago. Congratulations, mate. Second piece of happy news, it's my birthday day. Well, Pembroke Happers as well. Happy birthday, buddy. And what better ways to celebrate than watching Aavak building some satisfying factories. Again, though, I will be wrapping things up very soon because I've got to be at least a little bit sensible. Right. Well, with that, I think throwing... Oh, we can't afford that one. Well, I suppose. Wouldn't be a terrible one to get personal laser defense, maybe? So, well, no, we don't want to do that one. And the reason we don't want to do that one is that I have nowhere near the power needed to make that work for us. Not right now. So instead, let's go for some basic ones. There we go. But massive congrats, mate. That is absolutely fantastic. Right. Let's see. Any new ones? New. Yep. Now, bots should be being made. Yes, they are. Time for us to place down a Roboport, if I can find one. There we go. Our first Roboport going down right there. Tunk. Now, the thing we're going to do here. Pretty important. I want, or at least we should be able to. I assume we can. So, can I read... There we are. Read robot statistics. Read logistic network contents. No, we don't need that. Read logistic network requests. No. Okay, so available logistics bots, available construction bots. Roboports in network. Okay, that's not too bad. I am going to be reading how many bots are available. So I want this to be enabled if... What are the ones we want? Available construction bots. These are construction robots, yep. So if available construction robots is too low. If Z is below, let's say... How many should we say we need to be available? 10, maybe? I think so. Also, my lord, you are quite right. We've got some really nice ones on this belt. Well, bloody spotted there. Okay. And these as well. Thank you very much for catching that for me. Thank you very much indeed. All right, so that means we've now got a, what, 2.9% chance at this factory to produce items. Yeah, I wonder if I can filter this a little bit better. Can I filter based on quality? Can I filter? Ah, right. Quality is less than uncommon. Oh, actually, if quality is greater than normal, then this should grab whatever. I'm going to assume that will work for us. And then up here, I'll have another one, which will grab the normal ones. Gosh darn it. Well, I kind of don't want these to produce anything. If there's any high quality ones on the belt, I want to wait at that point. So, yeah, let me do a certain thing here. I want to enable, read hold all belts. There we go. And I want this to be enabled as long as no, I'm not. Well, actually, no, it might work. Can I? No, I'm gonna have to. Oh, wait, here we are. Oh, there we are. If everything. No, okay. Anything? Damn, doesn't support quality. Okay. Neither of these do. That sucks a little bit, but all right. What we're going to have to do then is go literally grab the module. So, there. If is there any way I can do this where I can check for everything but? No, I don't think so. Not what I was going to do anyway. What I was going to try and have it do was check if there were any items on here that were of a higher quality, and if so, disable these. Well, the thing is, use filters on blacklist mode will only filter what it's pulling out. It won't filter what's being put in. Unless... Wait, let me think. Set filters. Ah. Well, no, it's still won't, because what I want to do is check if there's anything above a certain quality, and if there is, if any of the higher quality. So I kind of want to have a sliding scale of, is there anything over this quality? But because anything and everything don't work with that. Well, yeah, I can use the splitter filter, but it's exactly the same problem. Like, that's not actually solving what I'm trying to do. Like, I understand that a splitter filter can peel off certain things, but that still won't prevent this belt from filling up. Well, what I could do, though, what I could do... Don't use that filter. Is have a... Use filters only quality equals normal on these. And then another one for anything that is higher than that. That is not what I meant to do, but oh well. So this one should use filters and blacklist quality equals normal. That'll work. It's not quite as elegant as I would have liked, certainly, but it does do the job. And then this one can go the other way. And that one could literally... Oh, no! Oh, that one can literally be anything. Like, as many as will fit in there should go in there. That sorts it. I think you need to recycle the lower quality ones and keep just the high one. I don't have recycling yet. Oh, the way I was going... To answer Mangled Pork's question, why I wanted the inserters to stop is because if I could make it so that if this detects a high quality item on the belt, all of the inserters stop, the next thing I was going to do is I was going to create a belt loop so that no matter how many normals were on the belt, if there is a single non-normal, then eventually, because it's looping, that non-normal would have been brought to the front and the inserters could have picked it off the belt because they would have been filtered to pick them off. But this works as well. In fact, this works better in a way. So the requirement of thinking through it worked out quite well for me. Right, anyway, so if that's less than 10, then this is active. And available logistics spot is X. If X is less than 10, is that constant? There we go. There we are. Oh, we've already got some. Nice. Very nice, actually. Next job then would actually be to add repair packs, I suppose. Sure. So what's going to be involved in making a repair pack? On a large scale, that is. Where were they? There they are. That's actually cheaper ships. Nice. Just need some gears and... why was I making the gears over here manually? When I had it on the belt. All this time. Doing it twice. One of those days. Just one of those days. Right, so I want this to be a little bit closer. In fact, let's pop this down first. Right there. I pretty much wanted to, well, I mean, construction bots will go and collect the repair packs. So actually making it here serves me no particular purpose. I can make it somewhere more central and have them pop over to collect. Where are my roboports? There they are. Alright, well, let's get this place hooked up. There. Oh, I'm out of power poles. I'm playing with enemies. I just make a point of going out and clearing them out every now and then, so they don't tend to threaten the base too much. Though, ooh, our pollution is starting. I must confess, our pollution is beginning to spread. I'm gonna have to get on to that. Okay. Right, where would I like? I mean, honestly, I could just bring these two over and, or even build it above. Not a bad idea. Sure. Since I've already got these being drawn out here anyway. And for the first time, I'm going to want a passive provider chest. Let's get one of those made. The very first. I don't think I need more than that in terms of repair packs. That could be hopelessly underestimating how much I'm going to need, but here we are. And all right, there we go. Repair packs being created. How swampy is the swamp by now? Probably quite swampy. Yeah, it's looking pretty swampy. At this point, I don't think you could drink this water. You'd have to eat it. Alright, at this stage then, going to say we now want to throw down some new defenses at the outskirts. Do I have enough? I do not have enough bullets. So I'm going to grab some. Starting to get a couple of more interesting ones over here now. Likewise, maybe I should make a point of separating out the higher tier bullets. Probably not a bad idea if I'm perfectly honest. I'm not going to worry about it right now, but we do have a system that seems reasonable over there for setting this up, so it is something I'll probably look to do. In the near future. Oh, actually, is that within the network range? It's not quite, but I could probably make it be in the network range. Turn this into a passive provider chest. Yeah. So at this stage, I can now make... Oh, are those the only two I have? Oh. Have I not researched the other logistics chest? Huh. What would that be under then? Let us see. Oh, where is it? Logistic. There we go. Oh. Oh, damn. All right. I was not expecting that. Well, that complicates things a little bit. More than a little bit, actually. Well, there are some things that I can happily have on the logistics network, and they will still function. But that is a big change. It's a huge change, actually. Right, now, can I scooch this in here somewhere? Can't quite scooch it as much as I would like, but actually I probably can. That is luck, not judgment. We can't expect all of them to be that easy. Though, I suppose that things being moved around like that, instead of being behind the other more terrestrial sciences, space science was kind of the end science before, whereas now I feel that space science, although in my head it's still, oh, it's space science. In space age, it's not the kind of the end tier science anymore. It was just a little bit confusing for me there. Space science is now basically a science pack on the same level as yellow and purple. You can tackle them in the order you like to get the tech. Yeah, no, exactly. Precisely. Where was I? Oh, there, over there. Yeah, it's just a different way of thinking about it, basically. But my initial gut response was like, oh, wow, okay, so we were meant to get that much later. Oh, there we go. Nice. Oh, I'm actually going to have to create at least a few of these. There. Yeah, green circuits are definitely starting to run a bit low now. They have been for a little while, though. It's because I'm using so many red circuits to make the roboports. Okay. All right, we've still only got one logistics spot. Wop wop. But yeah, I guess the logistics spots aren't really useful for me at the moment. Then, not until I get space science up and running. Radio. I mean, even the process of getting space science now is a very, very different thing. Well, the rocket silo, I need to get blue circuits up and running and concrete up and running. The other things I've got, cargo landing pad, space platform starter pack contains everything needed to set up a space platform foundation. Okay. Oh, that's true. I can still dump my trash out of my inventory. That's a good point. Yeah, more or less, Budenzaba. The aliens will attack your base only if you provoke them through pollution or through directly, like they'll attack you if you get within range. Like they're quite territorial in that regard, but they don't really go for your base unless you're like, you notice down here, every now and then there was like a flicker of red pollution there and then it disappeared. That's basically the nests are consuming that pollution. When they do that, it prompts them to build more biters, more units to send at you. Once they reach a kind of a critical threshold, they'll send out an expedition to attack, or possibly to resettle lands and build a new nest nearby. They also evolve over time and through environmental pressure. You are the environmental pressure. If you're going out of your way to kill them, they get stronger, more resilient and more dangerous. But over time, they'll simply become more dangerous anyway. But if, for example, you never produce pollution on them, they'll never attack you. Let's go to the tank. I do need to clear out some of the enemies down the south. At this point, I may as well queue up what remains of the research that we've got. Not that I'm particularly using it, but... Right, let's go and grab my tank and go say hello to the enemies down here. Actually, I should probably clean up some of the mines as well. There we go. Where is the tank? Where did I park the tank? Oh, it's over there. And that's why you research or pact with Gaia and tame the mindworms. Good old Alpha Centauri. Oh, I need some more bullets. Big bullets, though. Not small bullets. Let's grab those first. There we go. Oh, we do in fact have some bullets there. There we go. Yeah, it failed. I had it set to not grab higher quality ones for some reason. There we go. It's probably that since I've gained access to quality, suddenly it's something that my my inserters care about, whereas previously that wasn't a thing. Bullets. You can't outsmart them. That's true. I mean, maybe someone could, but I've never seen a man who can outsmart bullet. Right, there we are. Oh my god. I hate and love that I'm doing this so much. But let's not be absolute idiots. So at least bring some coal. Right, where are we going? Gonna go clean out the nest just down here. We're gonna be slow as molasses because I'm burning wood in the in the boiler. Ah, my good old steam-powered tank. Love to see it. Straight down from here. Switching over to cannon shells. And hello. Just take you up there. Oh, is that a little bit more of a developed one? Do I want to go further down? I'd say I probably don't need to. I think we're probably safe here. That being said, if I clean her out now, I don't have to clean her out later. worst of them. It's just the spitters left now. Right. Well, I've not been feeding the nests very much pollution, so they've not had... and I've not really explored much either. This is on default settings, so the nests aren't really that aggressively expanding. I think they follow very similar kind of logic to the resources, in that the further out you go, the bigger the nests become. Could be wrong about that though. Let's top everything up. There you go. Now then, I could do a quick perimeter sweep, and it is probably worth me doing, if only to ensure that no nests have crept in while I've been focused on other things. And then we're probably looking at wrapping up the stream at that point, I think. Just doing some house cleaning before we end things. That way I don't forget by the time I stream next. And then get rudely surprised. Have a rude awakening. Awakening. Yeah, just pruning the biters a little bit. Exactly. Tending the garden, you know? Actually, I can probably just move... Oh, no, I can't move around from here, sadly. Wow, this forest is thick. I'll do. So pretty. Go. Oh wow, this place is tiny. These are very early game bases, I think. I don't need to worry about that one. Well, I'll do another bit of a sweep just to be sure. Oh yeah, for example, this. Might have been a bit of a surprise. Let's clear these out. Ouch. Don't fire your explosive shells when you're right next to the thing you're shooting at. It's generally not a good thing for your tank. There we go. Right. Just want to sweep down from here. Nest we cleared out a little while ago. Reasonable iron deposit here. One that we'll probably come back to in the fairly near future, I should imagine. Oh, this is quite a cliff. Wow. Okay. Morning, Brian. I hope you had a good sleep, mate. Just fair warning, I am about to wrap up. I'm just doing a little bit of housekeeping before I do, so that when we come back to the save, it's not going to be too arduous. Yep. And there we go. I did have a good sleep. Hope you also had a great day. I have had an amazing day so far, yeah. My choo-choos are currently using a push-based logistics system. So they go to collect ore when it's available and then try to offload it. Or oil, as the case may be. Right now it's a very simple system because there's only 2 trains, and both trains are different types of trains, so they service different types of resources. And there's only 2 that are on the train network. But I have implemented a depot and a refueling system, and I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to get things a little bit more involved in the next stream. There we go. Perfect. How are we doing over here? Doing relatively well, I would say. All right, but that's going to be it, I think. We've actually managed to come a fair old way. We've even started to work on quality now. Already starting to see a couple of quality items showing up here and there, hither and yon. Let's just prune some of the mines. The iron mine is almost completely emptied. At that point, well, maybe once that's done and the coal is done, I will move the iron drop-off up here and maybe have a coal drop-off in the similar location. But one night vision kind of saturated brown look at the base. We have expanded out production reasonably. We've now gone into plastics and petrochemicals. So we're starting to produce new and more interesting things. We have got roboports as well. I should imagine that if we have a look at how many construction bots, yeah, there are 12 construction bots currently in the queue, because while that one construction bot was busy, it dropped the amount of construction bots available below the required threshold. So these, we made more of them. Sadly, these are completely chock-a-block. Can't fit any more basic quality quality cards into the system right now, which does kind of suck a little bit, but we will see what we can do. We are draining a lot of the red circuits, though actually by the looks of it we have now switched back over to stockpiling, simply because we are no longer making any roboports, which is actually kind of good. In so far as the research is going, we've made, you know, huge progress with research. I've still not actually deployed any lasers. That's not a thing that we've done yet. Will be something that we will do, certainly. I'm working my way through a bunch of research that I'm not using yet. But I would very much like to get to rocketry in the next stream. So that's probably going to be the more or less the main focus of what we're doing. I say that, and I can almost just guarantee I'm going to get distracted a little bit by the train logistics and combinator stuff. But the primary focus, the big job that I will be distracted from, will be getting the necessary production in place to get our first rocket into space, and with it a space platform, and start producing some space science. Did I research Factory 3, which has 4 slots? I don't believe we have yet. No, we haven't, because I need purple science for that, and while I have researched purple science, in fact I've researched yellow science too. I haven't actually gotten to it yet. In fact, I've not started using electric furnaces, for example, or made any productivity modules, but they are things that I can do now, so that is going to be on the cards moving forward. But for now, I'm pretty happy with what we've managed to get to. I wouldn't be too surprised if in the general process of the next stream, as we're aiming towards getting into orbit, I start breaking things away from this kind of bootstrap base, and actually start, like, if we can get to the point where our train logistics is moderately clean, rather than just something that I wanted to throw up to get a little bit of extra iron in and get the oil in and also play around with interrupts, but actually something I want to do work for me, then we might start, at the very least, breaking science away from what we've got here. And that will involve having trains deliver raw materials or intermediary materials to a science focused area. I'll probably build it away from here, because I kind of like the idea of having sort of towns. What's the defense is looking like? Very, very thin on the ground, because I just don't need more than that right now. So most of them are just like little pods of weapons, a few walls. Walls are a very recent thing, but a couple of radars dotted around. Nothing much, really nothing much. Again, my defenses are offense. That the primary part of my defenses is coming from me regularly checking where, if there are any bite nests nearby, and then popping out to prune the nearby ones every now and then. So in terms of actual defenses, very thin on the ground. Very, very thin on the ground. However, if I am going to make a science outpost, then that will change. I would have a dedicated area, and I would probably want to kind of fire and forget. Once I'm at the point where I'm making outposts and I've got trains just delivering supplies to those outposts, ideally I don't need to go there anymore. That's kind of how I would do that. Does a productivity module trigger on a quality item duplicate the quality too? What do you mean, Evan Treeborn? I'll put out what I seem to have gleaned from chat. For example, if you're saying, let's just say, for example, you were making an item in a factory with quality modules in it, and you were supplying all rare quality ingredients to make that item, then it would guarantee that the base quality of the item was rare, and then the quality modules kind of percentage chance of getting a higher quality out of it would be on top of that. Like, the quality modules, from what I understand, are applied to the base quality of the item being produced, and if that item is being produced with again, in this example, only ingredients that have rare quality, then the base quality of the item that factory's making is rare, not normal. So any quality would be added on top of that. Hopefully that answers your question, if I understood it correctly. If you get one extra item and the original one got quality, well, oh, you're talking about productivity modules. I do apologize. Productivity modules, I actually don't know. That's a very, very good point. Perhaps if someone in chat would be able to chime in on that one. Do productivity modules roll separately for quality, or do they simply, well, I mean, I would imagine they roll separately, because productivity modules don't really duplicate the item that's being made. They just kind of add a separate production bar that only goes up when something else is being made, rather than going up when resources are dropped off. So at a guess, productivity is a separate thing entirely. Mangleport weighs in with some. My understanding is that quality is rolled each tick. So item produced with productivity rolls separately unless they are produced in the same tick. Oh, okay. Okay, so unless they're produced in the same tick. So in the, occasional instances where that item is produced at exactly the same time as the original item, then it would mirror whatever quality they got. That's very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, that's it for me. I hope you have all enjoyed. I have had a fantastic evening with more Factorio, and I'm looking forward to the next. Hopefully we will also find all kinds of other fun things, such as some more quality items hither and yon. How many shells have we got? We've got not that many. Still kind of cool. It's certainly nothing to sneeze at, having those in there. But yeah, it's going to take us a while before we're at the point where we're actually grinding out quality items on any kind of scale. But thank you everyone for joining me. It has been a very pleasant 12-hour stream. I hope you enjoyed. I can only imagine you did if you're still here, especially if you joined me at the beginning of the stream. And I hope that you're going to be joining me for the next, which will be in the next few days. Keep your eyes peeled on the Dapper Dell Discord if you're a member of the Discord, or just look for notifications either through Twitch if you followed and you've got notifications turned on, or in the community tabs on my YouTube channels. But that will be it for me for now. So once again, thank you for joining. It has been a pleasure. And that's going to be it from me. So good night, everyone.